This week on Healthy Living, we'll have some tips on how to maintain good dental health. Residents in Bamako are divided between the traditional toothstick and the modern toothpaste. Plus, South Africans have found a unique way to address loneliness up close and personal. That's in this edition of Healthy Living. Hello and welcome to Healthy Living. I'm Mkamiti Kibayasi. Brushing your teeth every day is good for your dental hygiene, but experts say maintaining good oral health goes beyond taking care of your teeth. The World Health Organization reports that more than 1 billion new cases of oral disease have been recorded over the past 30 years. They include dental cavities, periodontal disease, and oral cancers. WHO says the state of your teeth and gum can affect your overall health and essential functions like eating, breathing, and sleeping. Most oral diseases can be prevented through education and proper dental care, according to dental experts. But what are the best tools to care for your oral health? Let's go to Mali, where some local residents are divided between using a traditional toothstick and the modern toothpaste along with a toothbrush. And there are some good reasons on each side of the argument. VOA French to Africa reporter Mohamed Dagnoko has more.
60-year-old Mam Diawara is one of the few sellers of the tooth cleaning sticks known as toothstick at the Torokorobougou market in Bamako. The market woman believes a toothstick is more beneficial than the toothpaste.
I think a toothstick is better for dental hygiene than a toothpaste. Doctors always recommend using toothpaste over toothsticks, but it is the stick that is good for the tooth.
Toothsticks are made from the parts of certain plants, such as the roots. The pencil-sized sticks are chewed on one end until they become frayed into a brush, which is used to clean the teeth. The other end can be used as a toothpick. While Mam Diawara strongly recommends the use of the toothsticks instead of toothpaste, Dr. Mama Tangara, a dentist in Bamako, says they both contribute to oral hygiene.
La pâte dentifrice, c'est un produit pharmaceutique dans lequel on peut trouver des principes actifs.
A toothpaste contains an active ingredient. The main difference between both products is the chemicals. In fact, the toothstick is more comparable to the toothbrush, not the toothpaste. However, we often recommend the use of a toothstick because it helps reduce the presence of a bacterial plague on the teeth that can cause cavities.
Between toothstick users and those who prefer using toothpaste on a toothbrush, the debate continues.
The toothstick comes from our forests and trees. When used frequently, it cleans the mouth, freshens the breath, and can be used any time of the day.
Many people prefer using toothpaste because it's more convenient. A toothstick takes more time to clean and often leaves a few pieces between the teeth, which some can find unpleasant.
Tangara says one must be careful when using toothpaste.
The way toothpaste is stored when exposed to sunlight can damage the quality of its active ingredient.
The dentist says he recommends using a toothbrush with toothpaste or a toothstick on a case-by-case basis. Linor Moudou for Mohamed Dagnoko, VOA Afrique, Bamako.
What is your dental hygiene routine? Do you know any traditional or local solutions to take care of oral health? Here are some reactions from Abuja, Nigeria.
Dental hygiene routine have to be regular washing of the teeth with the appropriate toothpaste that will not cause more harm or damage to the teeth.
The method I have of cleanliness of my dental is my childhood method. We use brush, toothpaste.
I use activated charcoal to wash my mouth and my teeth probably once in every month. And I know that that one is the best method of cleaning my teeth or my dental whatever arrangement.
There is one thing we call aswaki. Once in a while, especially in Islamically, when you wanted to pray, you took it and put it in your mouth, you chew it, you now rub it in your teeth will now look very clean.
My own routine is every morning I wash my teeth, in the night too.
Sometimes I use also dogoyaro stick or leaf. I use this as a chewing stick to clean my teeth.
Here are some reactions on Facebook. Robert Kamusha said, I use ginger powder to brush 3 times a day and also rinse its water to cut off the bad smell in the mouth. I don't use modern medicine at all. It works perfect to me. Vincent Callius said, I prefer to use more natural medicine in cleaning my teeth because I believe so. In the past, our elders did not know modern medicine and had much better teeth. Kali Leonard Lutumba said, I would like to learn about dental and dental care. I was born into a family of 13 children and I am the only one with bad teeth. And so they make me unhappy. I blame my parents for not taking me to dental specialists to find out my problem. These solutions are not medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare practitioner if you have any questions about your health. Ali Talib is a doctor of dental medicine in Purcellville, Northern Virginia, outside Washington, D.C. He shares some steps to take better care of your oral health.
When we talk about dental hygiene, it's a complex of many things which involve the oral cavity and the nearby. So it's not only the teeth, but also it involves the gum disease, it could be the tongue, it could be also the tonsils at the back of the mouth. So all of those they can affect your oral hygiene. And oral hygiene is divided into just 2 groups: good oral hygiene and poor oral hygiene. Good oral hygiene can be maintained or it can be established by brushing twice, flossing twice, and do mouthwash every day. And then, of course, get your professional check every 6 months. And the opposite is true. If you don't do your regular professional cleaning, you don't do brushing twice, you don't floss, you don't do mouthwash, then you're going to get poor oral hygiene. You cannot just take care of the teeth and forget the gums. So, of course, the teeth are taken care by brushing, but the gum is taken care by flossing between the teeth because toothbrush does not reach between the teeth. If there is any disease in your body, it's going to show first in your mouth. So it's very important to pay close attention to what is going on in our mouth. And our blood is circulating through the mouth, going to the heart. It affects your heart. Also, it affects your sugar. It can affect your sugar as well. So if you have a gum disease, you have to be seen by the professional dentist every 3 to 4 months. And if your teeth are good, normally every 6 months, twice a year. Make sure you brush the tongue as well, because our tongues have a hair-like structures, and they tend to accumulate food and everything. So you may clean your teeth and your gums, but still, if you don't brush your tongue, you may have a dragon. We call it dragon smell. Toothpick, they could help in some way, but the floss, the most important part is the floss. Because when you use toothpick, you may hurt yourself, and there is no way you're going to clean all the bag with your toothpick. But with the floss, you can get all around there. And there are some people who try to use charcoal just to make the teeth like whiter. But in some cases, it can be negatively affect the teeth because some people, they have already like eroded teeth. And if you use charcoal, which is more aggressive, it can cause more erosion and sensitivity on your teeth.
The United States Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy is calling attention to the public health crisis of loneliness, isolation, and lack of connection in our country. In a new Surgeon General advisory, Dr. Murthy says the epidemic of loneliness and isolation has been an underappreciated public health crisis that has harmed individual and societal health. Even before the COVID pandemic, about half of U.S. adults reported experiencing some levels of loneliness. Disconnection fundamentally affects people in many ways, including mentally and physically, and can even lead to premature death. To address loneliness and isolation, the U.S. Surgeon General suggests steps such as strengthening social infrastructure in communities like parks and libraries, evaluating people's relationship with technology, which can be isolating, and cultivating a culture of connection. South Africans have found one way to combat loneliness: the continent's first professional cuddling service, where customers pay for platonic intimacy. Experts say isolation during the COVID pandemic, which hit South Africa hardest, and stress from its struggling economy are just two reasons why the cuddling business is booming. Zahir Kasim reports from Johannesburg.
For some, it's hard to wrap one's arms around the idea of a professional cuddling service. But the business is gaining popularity in South Africa. One company, Pro Cuddling, is leading the way. It was founded by Florence Letswalo.
You know the term, it takes a village to raise a child. It very much speaks to African cultural tradition. So what happens to somebody else very much matters to me. So yes, it is a business in a sense that you're hiring people to work and you have to pay them. But the core values come from very much the culture of what Africa is all about, which is Ubuntu.
Ubuntu is an African philosophy that promotes brotherhood. Professional cuddle therapy is also offered in other countries like the United States and includes a contract, like the one offered by Letswalo. She says the contract stipulates that both the client and cuddler can immediately terminate the session if either party says they feel uncomfortable. Letswalo said so far that has not been an issue.
It's a very personalized experience, and there's a reason why people book for cuddling. We live in a society where loneliness is very prevalent. People are extremely busy, and also people don't really have anyone to talk to.
The business has grown rapidly over the last year, according to Letswalo, from having a few requests a week to now having 2 to 3 cuddle appointments a day. Psychologist Anele Siswana says he welcomes this form of therapy and says that it also spreads Ubuntu.
The ethos of Ubuntu have to do with taking care of the other, has to do with brotherhood, with sisterhood. And for me, it's a classical way of making sure that even the service is an extension of that.
Judging by Letswalo's business, cuddling, more than simply physical touch, is gaining popularity among South Africans as a means towards companionship and human connection. Zahir Kasim for VOA News, Johannesburg.
That's our show for today. For more health news, wellness tips, and medical breakthroughs, stay connected to Voice of America at voaafrica.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Mkamiti VOA.